for the land of the...
It's an NBA afternoon game here on the DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray is out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And there's Gordon. And it's Bol in at the 4. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. Now here's Murray. The 17-footer goes down. All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it. And Murray is really deadly with the catch-and-shoot jumper. When the defense isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Quick start for the Nuggets in this one. It's a 5-point game. Murray kicks to Porter. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
And here is Murray after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Murray surveying the D. Just 5 to shoot. From the corner. And the shot is long.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, you better get out there on this guy. Doncic is prime time for real from that three-point line.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Murray against Doncic. Jokic trying to free himself up. Porter, no luck. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. To the middle. Kleba with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Murray. 7 points in the game. 2 points. That one goes. 1:57 left to play here in the first. Doncic outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now here's Murray. 9 points in the game so far.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Lets it go with a 3. Denver grabs the miss. It's tipped. Pass to Bol. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Murray.
Boy, Doncic showing some nice energy there, challenging that shot on defense. Well done.
Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Doncic has got 9.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Murray with the bounce pass. Here's Jokic. That one doesn't go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Doncic looking it over. From deep three-point range, another 3 for Dallas.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Murray against Doncic. Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
Doncic outside. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
And here's Doncic from the arc. That one's not going to go. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way. And we recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach to each game.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
So on the floor for Denver. Gordon out there with Bull. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center. From deep. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. For the Nuggets. The Mavericks leading.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets. Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now the pass to Millsap. Morris outside. Shot clock at 6. Denver needs to get off his shot. Misses off the left iron. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
The deep three from Redick. Green with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Dozier passes to McGee. And it's blocked.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Redick surveying the D. And he uses the glass on the layup. Redick's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
To the right side. Morris kicks to Dozier. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Dishes to Richardson. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, The agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the half. Redick for three. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Green inside, covered by Redick. Count the basket. And now just a 4-point Maverick lead.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. He kicks it to Redick. Launches a 3. Cans it from downtown. Redick's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Mavs.
It's the main strength in Redick's game, his 3-point shot. Lethal. This guy is a laser.
Brunson against Morris. And it's McGee with the jam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Brunson. Richardson finds Brunson. From outside, off the mark.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Redick against Green. Outside, Redick. Here's Brunson. Off target from outside. Here's Dozier. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Dallas.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. And that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Powell. Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Melli in at the 4.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Murray against Brunson. And stolen by Murray. Gordon goes. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
And here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Richardson the pass to Melli. Offensive rebound. Oh, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
For 3, Murray. Floats it up for Jokic.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Brunson, good.
You know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
And really deep through that time. Doncic has got 15 points.
Way downtown, Doncic testing the limits of his range there.
Porter against Hardaway. Inside, and Jokic throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Pass to Kleba. Shot from 16. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Bulls got 6 rebounds here tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Murray against Doncic. From deep three-point range. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle, Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Doncic against Murray. Puts up a 3. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Finney-Smith.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Porzingis with the steal. The 3 for Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Murray with it. He's got 11. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Hardaway finds Porzingis. Fires the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Porzingis has got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks ahead. They finish off the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights. Mercy, mercy me. I think McGee's been working on that one. I mean, you don't just come up with that off the top of your head, boy. You got to think that one through.
Pass to Powell. Here's Melly. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by McGee. The Nuggets trail by 3. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Brunson. Tries again. It's deflected. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Dozier passes to Morris. Down low. Powell with the steal. Richardson gets a wide open look. The shot, no good. And Denver the other way now. Millsap has the open look, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
He's got the perpetual green light, and Millsap has always been a dead-eye scorer from here.
Brunson kicks to Richardson. Back to Brunson. Denver in the lead, and here they come. McGee finds Millsap, and the wide open shot from Green. That's good, and it's Millsap with the assist.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break basket.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. Halt the run. That's JaVale McGee with the rebound. McGee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Millsap at the elbow. Here's Green with the second effort, and the pass to Dozier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up. Powell with the steal. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Good on the three-point shot.
Tell you what, that bucket could turn out to be large. Redick gets the call and shows no nerve in coming through for him there.
On the wing, Morris. Brunson covering. Morris with the bucket. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Brunson scanning the floor. Kicks it out to Richardson. Latre. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Morris passes to Dozier. They get the rebound. Goes back up. Can't get the layup. Mavericks trail by 3. From deep, Richardson. Morris with the rebound. Outside Millsap. And McGee kicks to Millsap. On deep. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. And here's Redick, guarded by Green. Jacks up a 3. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
They kick it out to Green. Passes it to McGee. Redick against Green. Back to McGee. Mavericks with the rebound.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
Richardson the pass to Redick. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Here's Morris. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. This wins. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Great. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Now here is George. The three from Morris. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Doncic passes to Kleba. Here's Finney-Smith. And it's off from three-point range. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Morris against Kleba. Morris, no good. Hardaway passes to Doncic. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Clippers. On the wing, Morris. Leonard kicks to George. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Kleba. Now here's Porzingis. Zubac's defending. Dallas moving the ball around. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Up again, and Doncic is right there.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Outside, George. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Zubac against Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Jackson misses. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the inside. Kleba kicks to Porzingis. On the wing, Doncic. It's a very good look and converts.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Pass to Jackson. And here is Morris. And here's Leonard from three. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Doncic outside. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Hardaway for three. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Still without a basket in the game.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And the shot goes in. Doncic has got 6. Clippers trail by 6. Outside, George passes it to Zubac. 1:49 left in the first. It's Jackson with the drive. Lays it up off the glass.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Here's Doncic following the score by Reggie Jackson.
His 4th make in 5 tries, and we're just getting started.
Dallas shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Now here's Leonard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And there it is for him.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
58 seconds left in the first quarter. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis, kicks it to Doncic. Over Jackson. Back to Doncic. Over Jackson. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. He's got 11.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Leonard, the pass to Zubac, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Mavericks leading by 5. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. to Porzingis. Leonard with the steal. Here's the break. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And here's Doncic from the arc. From downtown, it's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He comes away. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Josh Richardson. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. J.J. Redick is out there with Dwight Powell. And it's Melly in at the power forward. Richardson against Kennard. On the wing, Batum. Here's Man. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Here's Ibaka. It's rebounded by Dallas. Richardson gets a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target. Richardson's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Dallas. Richardson with the double team. To the paint, and Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Three-pointer. The Clippers keep it alive.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
Here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kennard against Richardson. Dishes it to Redick. Pass to Brunson. Fires for three. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Brunson with a clean look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Brunson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Richardson with the double team. Kennard finds Batum. Now Kennard fires the three. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Mavericks leading by 4. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Brunson the pass to Powell. Richardson trying to break loose. The shot by Powell, no good. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. To the middle. And the dunk by Batum.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Brunson scanning the floor. And it's Melly missing. The Clippers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Pass to man. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Left side, Batum. He nails it, and we're tied up. Batum's got 7 points in the game.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Brunson against Beverly. Melly passes to Richardson. Dallas, no good that time either.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Here's Batum. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. For Los Angeles, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Here's Doncic. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. George with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Leonard on the wing. Now, here's George. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Here's Kleba. And the shot falls short this time.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
From deep, George. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Doncic outside. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They kept at it on both. And that does it for our half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Zubac kicks to Morris. Over Kleba. Here's Zubac. Another shot. Mavericks with the rebound. And here is Doncic. 14 points for him. Outside Hardaway. Jackson against Doncic. Launches it. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs. Generates range with ease.
Zubac the pass to George. Good work there as it goes.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 1. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Nice touch on the bank shot.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Outside, Porzingis. Inside, Kleba takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Now it's a 3-point Maverick lead. Doncic with the steal. Floats one up, and he lays it up and in. Doncic has got 21 in the game.
And coming out of halftime, coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
George looking over the floor. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Right side, Leonard. He hangs. Zubac kicks to Leonard. That 3 off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. And, guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything from PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
From deep, George. Offensive rebound. Morris kicks to Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
The pass to Kleba. Lock at 6. Hardaway with a wide open look. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
George, no good.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Jackson against Doncic. In the corner, it's Kleba. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Clippers trail by 12. They need this, and the layup good by Leonard.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Doncic against Jackson. Doncic outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Maverick. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Melly in at the 4 spot. Kennard with the ball. Here's Richardson. Pass to Powell. Back to Richardson. It's stolen by Ibaka. Batum attacking. Pass to Beverly. Kennard against Richardson. Kennard's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 10. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Brunson, and the layup is good. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant,
And he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Pass to Reddick. The pass to Melly. Nails it from the high post. Melly's got his first points in this one.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Ibaka for three. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Brunson against Beverly. Brunson the pass to Richardson. Now here's Reddick. Passes to Powell. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's Melly missing.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And Batum kicks to Ibaka. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Richardson outside. Here's Melly. Off target with his three. Clippers trail by 10. That's a two from Kennard. It's hauled in by Richardson. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. And that's going to be a travel. Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. The Clippers running out of time. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And here's George for three. Drills the three-pointer.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Jackson against Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Dallas moving it around. And here's Richardson outside. Knocks down the three ball. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Now, Doncic.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Mavericks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Richardson the pass to Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. It's hauled in by Zubac. The shot by George, wide open. That doesn't go either for George. And so it's Dallas winning this one. They came. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Up next, the Clippers taking on the... It's an NBA afternoon game here on this. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Marcus Morris. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray, and it's Barton in at the 2 spot. No one covering. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. You know, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series. Finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
And here's George. After Michael Porter made the last 3-pointer, George shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Now, here's Jokic. Martin passes to Murray. Pass to Jokic. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Murray against Jackson. The offensive rebound. Jokic with the bucket.
Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
Here's Jackson. Poke loose. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Barton against George. 5 to shoot. Tipped away. Stolen by Jackson. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George can be dangerous out in transition. Great job finishing there.
Here's Denver now. Murray outside. Kicks it to Porter. This one for 3. Kept alive. Jokic lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Jokic just got his second basket of the game.
Love the floor spacing with this offense because Jokic at the center can move the ball just about anywhere you want. Now he's attacking the paint.
Leonard, no luck. Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Kicks it out to Gordon. It's stolen by Morris. It's George on the wing. There's the 3. That one, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Back to Porter. From deep. Morris with the rebound. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The shot by George, wide open. And again, no good by the Clippers. George against Porter. Jokic passes to Gordon. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. He didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Murray. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Jokic. No good there. The Clippers go the other way with it. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Passes it to George. From deep three-point range, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the three-point line to knock him down.
Jokic kicks to Barton.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. No good on the 3. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Trailing by 2.
And that's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And he dunks it right on Patrick Patterson. Ouch!
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
The Nuggets have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a...
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Kennard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Mann in at the small forward. Now, here's George. From deep. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Now here is McGee. Pass to Dozier. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Millsap misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
George with the bucket. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's Kennard. Following the basket by Paul Millsap. Swiped it away. Morris looking over the floor. Nailed from three-point land. Morris has got 5 points so far.
That's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And George, here we go. Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 15.
Well, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
Rivers finds Morris. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. No good off the back of the rim. Clippers trail by 3. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan. Not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Here's George after Austin Rivers scored. Back to George. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And there's the pass to Dozier. Here's Millsap. A minute 42 left here in the second. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Nuggets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. Both free throws good from McGee.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The 3 from George. Denver grabs the miss.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Pulls up for 3. Unable to get that one. And Denver the other way now. Rivers with it. Leonard picks him up. Outside for Millsap. He lobs up.
Oh, man. Caution.
That is just nasty.
Off the athleticism on that finish.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Now here's Batum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's George again missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Morris against Jackson. Morris dishes to Rivers. Down low, stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with the ball. Doesn't go for it. Good work defensively by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And it's McGee with the jam.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
Such a difficult guy to keep up with and also have a conversation with. Leonard, sometimes all you can do is foul him.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Here's Rivers. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so that brings the first half to a close. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. And one of the strengths of this... That's all for now.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Dozier in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Now here's Rivers. He dishes it to Millsap. Morris inside, guarded by Jackson. The putback stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard with no one around. Morris with the rebound. Nuggets are gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Throws it up high, stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Kennard for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kennard's got 6 in the quarter.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 5. Back to Rivers. 6 to shoot. Out to Morris. 3-pointer. Here's Millsap. Pass to Morris. Over Morris. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Morris has got 7.
Millsap right now unselfish and looking for guys if they're open.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Morris against Morris. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. McGee. He kicks to Rivers. And the 3 off target. Clippers trail by 4. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Clippers making a change here as well. George is checked in for Jackson. George passes to Batum, and the wide open shot from Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
This is to Gordon. Back to Jokic. Goes back up. It's hauled in by George. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Out of bounds.
Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. .137 left in the third quarter of the game. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Now here's Murray. Denver passing it around. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Goes up again, and Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 6.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
George from deep three-point land. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Nuggets have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
There's been a lot of talk about Michael Porter Jr. and the way that he plays and how athletic he is. How's he doing that on the vegan diet? For some, it works well.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Baca comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jackson in for Kennard.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Here's Leonard, and he gets it to go. Leonard's got his second bucket.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Nuggets on top. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Ibaka, and it's Man in at the 3.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
Murray surveying the D. The kick out to Porter. Right side, Gordon. Murray with it. Guarded now by Morris. 4 on the clock. Porter dishes to Barton. Drains the three-pointer. Barton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Will Barton catches the ball. A great job of squaring up, and the defense better be aware of him there.
George, no good.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Murray, no good. Clippers trail by 5. Outside for George. Fires the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 22 points.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
Here's Murray up on top, defended by George. Barton outside, passes it to Porter. Here's Jokic. The rebound by Paul George. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To tie it up. And it's Denver with the rebound. Here's Jokic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And he commits the intentional foul. And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And here's George. Pass to Ibaka. And Leonard has it in the corner. Here's George. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
Denver leading by 4. Morris with the ball. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
That kind of shot is what Millsap is making his career on.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Now the dish to Leonard. And it's Denver with the rebound. Millsap's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint. Out left of the wing. Fires from deep. And with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6. The 3 from George. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
Morris against George. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Stolen by Beverly. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Now just a 2-point Denver lead.
The strength in that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
George against Murray. So the wing on the left. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Connects from 3-point range. Jokic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Look, Jokic continues to get confidence. He is becoming that guy for this team.
The shot by George, no good.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Jamal Murray continuing to play with a fearlessness. Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Now George. Puts up a 3. That one misses. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Buries it from 3-point range. Porter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Now, here's George. 5 on the clock. And they get it. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Now, here's Barton. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in a 2 guard. And it's Doncic missing.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Here's Gordon. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Pass to Kleba. Over to the left wing. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Here's Dallas. We've played just over a minute here in the first. The pass to Kleba. Hits the front of the rim and out. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. There's Porter with the 3. They get it back.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Doncic with it. For three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
And here is Murray after Luka Doncic hitting the three. Murray, the pass to Jokic over Porzingis. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Kleba. Doncic left side. Left block shot on the way. Rebound by Murray.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And that one drops.
Jokic doing a nice job consistently finding the open man.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Murray. Floats it up for Murray.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
The three for Doncic. Another three for Dallas.
Boy, you better get out there on this guy. Doncic is prime time for real from that three-point line.
Outside Porter. Back to Murray. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Now Murray. He's got 7. Mavericks with the rebound. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Finney Smith can't get it to go. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Kleba. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Porter dishes to Gordon. Back to Porter. Goes up on the wing. Jokic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
And here's Doncic from the arc. That shot is off. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nuggets lead by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
We've got Will Barton, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Wide open look here for Murray. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another three for Dallas.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And they double up Doncic. Jokic with the steal. Barton outside. Kicks to Porter. Oh, good on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Doncic against Murray. The three. Doncic, no good. Denver in the lead. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. The Nuggets leading by 4. It's Rivers on the wing. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Redick from deep three-point land knocks down the three ball. Redick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now, here is Morris. To the inside. Powell with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Was shot by Redick. No good. For Denver, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Morris passes to Rivers. Lets the three fly. The Nuggets with another miss. Dallas has gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Passes it to Melly. And here is Powell. Tries a three. That one doesn't drop. And Denver the other way now.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And, you know, Powell is an excellent athlete, easily leaking out in transition and making himself a big target to throw the ball to.
Morris dishes to McGee. On the wing, Morris. Brunson covering. Just 5 to shoot. Morris gets to Millsap. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
The bailout that time from Millsap. Nice play.
We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. They get it back. Here's Powell. McGee with the block. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Rivers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on J.J. Redick.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Rivers hits both of them. 16 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Offline with his three. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a...
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opener. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Morris passes to Millsap. Here's Dozier. Back to Millsap. Fires for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed the full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back. Love watching Millsap go to work inside. He's a pretty smooth operator in the paint. Good footwork, good strength, and good touch.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. McGee, the pass to Dozier. Back to McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
I like the fact that McGee not just going through the motions here. I mean, setting a good solid screen, timing his roll perfectly. That's basketball 101 there.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Offensive rebound. Porzingis on the foul. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Rivers against Hardaway. Doncic feeling it out. Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for Doncic. The Nuggets trail by 3. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts of maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Out to Doncic. Jacks up a 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. It's Hardaway with the drive. Kleba finds Doncic. From downtown, good on the three-point shot. Doncic has got 9 points now in just the second half.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Pass to Rivers. Down low. And it's McGee with the jam.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Launches it. Another three for Dallas.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
This is his first free throw of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
A three from Morris. That shot off. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He has been a determined scorer today. 29 points altogether for him. And I think there's more where that came from. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Morris in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
Here's Porter, and he uses the glass on the layup. Porter's got his first 2 points.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Brunson with a clean look. A three-pointer, no good.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Morris finds Jokic. Can't connect from short range. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They lead by 1. Richardson outside. Misses the three. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Back to Gordon. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Richardson.
Boy, you look at Gordon. He is cut up now. Fantastic at being able to overcome physical defenses because of his own physicality.
Here's Doncic. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. From deep three-point range, connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Barton surveying the floor. Morris outside. Jokic against Porzingis. Baseline jumper, and it's good off the back rim and in. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
To the middle. And here's Porzingis. Back to Doncic. From deep. Good! Another from 3. He's really He's sniping him from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Barton against Hardaway, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Barton's got the game tied up here for Denver. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And they double up Doncic. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. Kleba finds Hardaway. Doncic outside. Rebound by the Nuggets. Gordon, the pass to Porter. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Morris against Doncic. Now the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
Barton outside. Porzingis against Jokic. Morris outside. Jokic against Porzingis. It drops.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Doncic against Morris. Here's the three. Cans the three.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Morris against Doncic. Got it.
And that bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
Doncic with it. From deep. Misses the tray. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. So the Clippers win the tip. Morris with the ball. Leonard looking over the floor. Left side, Ibaka. Buried from 15 feet out.
You simply cannot let Serge Ibaka get into a rhythm from that range. His mid-range is as good as it gets.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the three ball.
And George kicks to Morris. Pass break, Dallas. And the pass to Porzingis. Doncic against George. Here's Porzingis, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Puts it up. Good. He hits the jump shot.
Now, Paul George, a tremendous jump shooter, squares up, knocks it down. The defense has got to be better.
Doncic outside. Over Jackson. Doncic finds Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. Steps back and fires. That's good on the jump shot.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Leonard inside. George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Doncic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Outside Leonard. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Jackson against Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Another three for Dallas.
Love the confidence. Porzingis doesn't just have the green light, guys. They're designing these plays to get him that look.
Pass to George. Porzingis with the steal. Doncic outside. Shoots over Leonard. That one wide left. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Jackson finds Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And there's Jackson on the assist by Morris.
The improved touch of Jackson, especially from range, now making him a multi-dimensional threat.
Outside, Porzingis, the three. That shot off the mark. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Morris passes to George. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And Doncic is right there. Doncic has got his second basket.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
George, no good. Here's Doncic. Takes the three. Offensive rebound.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Pass to Kleba. Outside Hardaway. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Dallas going with the whole new group out there. Now Redick. The pass to Brunson. Passes it to Melly. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You know, once a pass is made out of the double team like that, the defense is spread too thin to stop the bucket. Heads up assist there.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Here's Mann. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Kennard on the wing. And the Clippers miss again. The Mavericks leading. Inside. Outside, Redick shoots the 3. He doesn't hit that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Mann passes to Beverly. Here's Zubac. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on J.J. Redick. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Kennard, the pass to Beverly over Richardson. Elbow shot is on the way. Los Angeles with another miss. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And Redick kicks to Richardson. Pass to Melly. And there's the feed to Powell. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
This is an evolving aspect of Dwight Powell's game, getting comfortable in the catch and shoot from just about anywhere.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Runs in the pass to Redick. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The shot by Powell, no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. An easy 2 points on the layup. Beverly's got 4 points this quarter.
Now this guy's ability to attack and be aggressive. Patrick Beverly in the painted area.
Runs in the pass to Melly. Off target from 3-point range. Clippers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Man. They get the rebound.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Richardson, good.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Kennard, the pass to Patterson. A 3-ball. And that's good. Luke Kennard for 3. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Richardson right side. Over Beverly. Richardson no luck. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Clippers on top. Up by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And for the Clippers. And that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2. George dishes to Leonard. High post Ibaka. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Well, a little bit of assertiveness from the native of Congo. Serge Ibaka has the green light.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent and and now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Here's George. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Bounce pass, Kleba. On the wing, Doncic. And it's Dallas with another.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Clippers trail by 3. Outside, George. From past the arc. No good on the shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's Leonard missing.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Doncic against Jackson. And here is Doncic. He's got 9. Pass to Kleba. Over George. And that one comes up a bit short.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Jackson has the open look. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Dallas leading by 3. 1:52 left in the third. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Lets it go from 14. That one good for 2. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
Outside Leonard to the paint, and Morris throws it down.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Doncic with it. The tray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
For the tie, it's rebounded by Dallas.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And now another look at that mobile 1-block defensive performance.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And so it's Dallas with it. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Drills the 3-pointer. Doncic has got 12 points in the game.
Well, the Slovenian delivers from deep. Luka Doncic lets his outside shooting set up the rest of his well-rounded offensive game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Mavericks leading by 4. Doncic dishes to Hardaway. The pass to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And here's Doncic from the arc. The rebound by Ibaka.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's Dallas ending the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Richardson. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. J.J. Redick is out there with Powell. And it's Melly in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Zubac, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Mavericks leading by 3. Brunson the pass to Richardson. Here's Melly. Inside. Passes to Brunson. 6 to shoot. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Clippers shooting well. They're at 45%. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Beverly against Powell. Right side Redick. A solo fast break. Here's Kennard. Finished off the break.
And you talk about clutch plays. I mean, defensively and offensively. And we saw it right there.
Here's Brunson. Dishes it to Redick. Pass to Melly. Feeds it to Powell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
This is a smart kid who works hard, right? I mean, Powell draws the foul, gets to the line. Nicely done, young man.
And so he hits both. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Now Kennard. Puts it up from 12. Powell pulls it in.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Richardson kicks to Powell. Brunson the pass to Melly. Outside, Redick. Pass to Brunson. Good on the triple. Brunson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Kennard, the pass to Beverly. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, the tenacity of Patrick Beverly to play through the contact. Now he must complete the play with a free throw.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Brunson scanning the floor. There's the pass to Melly. Offline with his 3. Clippers trail by 3. Kennard on the wing. To tie it up. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Back to Redick, beyond the arc. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Mann, and the basket is good. Mann's got his first points of the game.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Brunson. Drops in the layup for 2. Brunson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint. And make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Kennard on the wing. Shoots over Brunson. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Kicks it out to Richardson. And it's Dallas with another.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Clippers trail by 3. Now, here's Kennard. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Melly. He kicks to Powell. It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And here's Jackson. The dish to Ibaka. There's 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Jackson misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
It's stolen by Morris.
A three and nothing but a three will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from three.
Leonard fires away from outside. Misses the three. No good. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the 5, down low. Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got the first points up on the board here for the Nuggets. And here's George. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
Now here's Murray. The kick out to Porter. Shoots from 12. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Outside Jackson. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Zubac the pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Here's George. That one rolling around and rims out. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Porter dishes to Barton. Leonard brings the double team. Gordon the pass to Barton. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here's Denver. Murray with it. Guarded now by Morris. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Gordon kicks to Porter. Clock at 6. Floats it up for Jokic. Morris with the rebound.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors. He signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Now, here's Jokic, following the missed shot by Will Barton. George against Barton. George passes to Morris. George with the ball. From deep three-point range, and again, no good by the Clippers.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Boy, his game is all about speed. He gets out quickly on the break there and finishes that too.
George looking over the floor. Here's Leonard. Makes it off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Murray. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Now here's Murray. And the rejection by Zubats. Morris kicks to Jackson. And here's George for three. Down low. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender, and he used his size to draw the foul that time.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Beverly against Murray. Jokic, no good that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's Porter, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
There's been a lot of talk about Michael Porter Jr. and the way that he plays and how athletic he is. How is he doing that on the vegan diet? For some, it works well.
Now, here is George. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. George has got 6.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Porter finds Gordon. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And a deep three from George. Pass to man. And stolen by Barton. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Gordon. Dishes to Murray. Barton kicks to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Got a hand on it. Beverly with the ball. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they fit.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
They've got Patrick Patterson. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka, and it's man in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Porter finds Gordon. Excellent D there from George. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
And doing much better now in that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
Now here's Gordon, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Here's Kennard. Back to Ibaka. For the 3. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Dozier kicks to McGee. Fires the 3. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Rivers.
Well, the deep ball accuracy is much more consistent now from Austin Rivers, learning how to be an effective shooter at this level.
Now the pass to Beverly, stolen by Rivers. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Morris with the ball. And the slam dunk by McGee.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Rivers dishes to McGee. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Denver shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the technical free throw is good. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
And you look for why they keep giving up buckets here. And their boxing out, or lack of boxing out, is really hurting them.
It's deflected. Rivers scanning the floor. McGee, the second chance points on the tip in. And it's a 3-point Denver lead.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Kennard's shot is off. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. They've got a 10-0 run going. Dozier. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the 3-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden. I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that 3-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. Now, here's Millsap. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. McGee inside. Defended by Ibaka. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Morris passes to Dozier. From outside the arc. Morris, no good. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Beverly. No good that time. Good work defensively by Morris. And here's Denver. They've got a 13-2 run going. To the inside. A nice shot by Dozier. Dozier's got the lead up to 6 now for Denver.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Beverly against Morris. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Back to Beverly. Pass to Kennard. This one for 3. And the Clippers miss again.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
McGee inside. Ibaka on him. And here's Morris for three. Sinks the triple. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter. 5 seconds left now here in the second. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
It could go. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in good.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves into it. And that'll do it for our...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at center. Murray kicks to Gordon. And a wide open look for Porter. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's George. A shot missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Murray dishes to Gordon. Murray against George. It's Barton on the wing. Shoots over Zubac. Barton no luck. Clippers trail by 7. George passes to Morris. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Gordon with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
And that one's good, George.
What's the pick used for? It's used for separation, and Paul George got it there. When you think about the 40th pick back in 2012, Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons, actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver, boy, that jump-started everything.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now, here's George. 10 points for him. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Barton, wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3. And with the Nuggets, Barton becoming an immediate contributor. And Brent, in recent seasons, their starter at the small forward.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's a slender and slightly built player, but excellent at getting out there and rebounding, a tremendous runner at the wing position to play in transition. And that wingspan certainly helps out on a lot of plays, both offensively and defensively.
Nobody near George. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, Paul George starting to feel real comfortable right now at the 3-point line.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Passes to Dozier. He kicks it to Rivers. From outside, off the mark.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And the wide open shot from Morris. No good from outside. The Nuggets leading by 8. And Millsap, here we go. That one falls.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
In the corner, George with it. Lets it go with the 3. The shot off that time. Now Denver takes it the other way. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And finished off by Rivers.
Well, good decision-making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific beat.
LA's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Here's George. Denver grabs the miss. McGee's got 11 rebounds in the game. Lets it go from deep. They get it again. They shoot again. Millsap passes to Dozier. He wants to get to Millsap and does. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. To the middle, here's George. McGee with the block, and he gets it back. Jackson has the open look. Los Angeles with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Always going up for the alley-oop here, and the slam dunk by McGee. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds. George against Rivers, and it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, Paul George on the inside, comfortable knowing where he can get to, just tries to find a sliver of room in order to get that shot off.
Outside Millsap. Back to Morris. Down low. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. McGee's got the lead up to 14 now for Denver.
Oh my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And it's been the... And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Baca is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Mann in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The shot, no good.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Denver leading by 14. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Kennard for 3. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Morris dishes to Rivers. Lets it fly from 18. And the turnover again by Denver.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to it. Didn't look ready to receive it. At least they've got some room for error, but still a poor possession there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Beverley. Lots of room. Denver grabs the miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Man. Los Angeles with another miss. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And here's Millsap from the arc. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Kennard for 3. Rebounded by McGee.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Morris. The offensive rebound.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
And Beverley kicks to Ibaka. Pass to Mann. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach. They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul. And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Clippers trail by 16. The shot's good on the assist by George. Beverly's got 4 this quarter.
He's attacking right now. Patrick Beverly just getting fired up, and his team is doing the same.
Murray for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside for George. Fires from the wing. Denver grabs the miss. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Murray. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Denver.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for JaVale McGee.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And he's been their top scorer today, but it hasn't come easy. He has not shot the ball well. He'll have to be more efficient here if they're going to win. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
No good on the triple. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound, McGee. The kick out to Barton. And there's the pass to Murray. Traps in the tray.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.